Hi, hello, hello. Hi, Ganesh. Hi, Sandesh. Am I audible? Please confirm. Hello, hello. Hello, everyone. Good evening. If not, no. Yes. I'll disconnect my headphones. Not audible? Okay. Thank you, everyone, for joining. So I hope you remember the plan. Okay. Try to be as loud as possible because someone commented in previous video that voice in the previous interview preparation live video was low, so hopefully this will help. Okay, how many of you were there in the previous interview preparation call? Hi Aman, hi Atul, hi Siddesh, hello Prabhat. Yeah, Prabhat. Okay, Ame, more louder. How? Okay. This is my normal voice. I don't know how much louder I can speak. Is it better enough? Okay, thank you, Deepak. Thank you for confirming. I have increased the audio from the app as well, OBS. So this is the loudest I can go. Okay, I'm seeing many of you joined in the previous interview preparation call. Any feedback? What are your expectation from this one? Did you learn something in the previous community call, previous interview preparation call? That was ad hoc, but we got very good response in previous one as well. Anything new you learned? Any tip you took from the previous interview preparation call? Let's try to be more interactive so that I'll also feel good, and I will try to give as many advices and tips to crack the interviews, but my learners needs to be active. Otherwise, I'll need to join from another phone and start replying to my own questions. Yes, anyone, any tips, anything you learned from the previous interview preparation call? I'm waiting for your answers, guys. Let's make it interactive and every minute count. Okay, Prabhat has started. Thank you, Prabhat. So which tools needs to be more focused on? I learned this in previous call. Okay, thank you. Okay, Deepak, you were not there in the last session, but we have uploaded previous interview preparation call on our YouTube. So please make sure you watch that. Anyone new? That is what I asked. If this is your first interview preparation call or this is the second one. Not attended, Arvind, not attended. Okay. बट जिन्होंने अटेंड किया वो तो बता सकते हैं. आमे, गणेश, सिद्धेश, you were there. Anyways, okay. So I'm expecting this to be more interactive, and feel free to ask any question. The chat is open. I'll try to answer as many things as possible. Okay, good to know, Hame, that you have 9+ years of experience, but earlier you were not sure what to focus, but now you know. That is good. Ame, can I expect one thing? Now I want you to take lead sometime in this call and start asking the question, because since you have more experience, and not only question, you can also start sharing your experience giving the interviews for the 9+ years of experience or any company's interviews you have given. Okay, perfect. So for those people who did not attended our previous interview preparation call, the video is already there, but I know people are again lazy to watch that very small and very important informative video. So what I'll do, I'll walk you through the diagram or the design which we made at the end of the previous interview call. दो साइकिल दिख रहे हैं. Okay. Just let me know once my screen is visible. Is it visible? Okay. This is what we discussed in the last interview preparation call, and very nice discussion. Okay. Many of learners get confused between the role name itself. What is DevOps engineer? What is site reliability engineer? Some companies call DevOps engineer as a business operation, BizOps. Few companies give the title as L1 support engineer or support engineer, but they will also do the DevOps engineer kind of role. Some companies have the observability engineer role. Some companies hire as a cloud engineer role. Some companies hire as a DevOps specialist role. Some companies hire as a technical solution engineer role. So that confusion we cleared for all the learners. The main important thing is here to check the job description. Always check the job description. If it have all the tools or following the DevOps and SRE practices, then you can start asking the questions during your interviews or recruiter that is this something similar to DevOps or site reliability engineer. And yeah, so that is the first question we tried to answer in the previous interview preparation call. I hope that is clear for people who are joining for the very first time. Then we discussed the companies. So we had very good candidates in the previous interview preparation call, and I feel lucky that they shared their interview experiences and the company names where they applied. So they then we discussed the job description for the JP Morgan and Chase. Then we took some other companies. I have listed down the company names here somewhere. Red Hat, JP Morgan, Okta, CS, NICE, MasterCard. So these are the companies which are very actively hiring for DevOps and SRE engineer role for 3+ 5+ years of experience and more than that. So if you are someone who have 3+ years of experience, please check out these companies and apply for that. Then we also discussed a lot of tips during our previous interview preparation call. So the tips were very simple, and we'll try to modify or add more tips for the interview preparation. Don't worry about that. But let's discuss what we covered in the previous call. So we discussed that keeping your LinkedIn profile is updated when you are when you have the more than 3+ or 5+ years of experience. Your LinkedIn profile and GitHub profile matters a lot, because recruiters keep on filtering the candidates based on the LinkedIn, and they keep on checking how you are learning new things. Do you have an interest in learning new things or not? So that can be one factor to shortlist the profile, and that is why we added that is the first step, that you should have your LinkedIn profile updated as well as keep on sharing whatever you are learning. Okay, the another reason is recruiters filter out the candidates from or directly reach out on the LinkedIn. And now recruiters are very smart. They are using ATS friendly tools to filter out your resumes as well as to filter out the candidates from the LinkedIn. So keeping your LinkedIn profile is updated is very important. Then we had a very good discussion around this point, that never lie on your resume. Some people directly copy the content from someone else's resume or take a help from ChatGPT, DeepSeek, and try to put everything which they can or they may not understand, but they want to make their resume very good. Like they will put some random numbers that they reduce this much cost, they reduce these many incidents. What happens in that case, that when you are lying on your resume, and even though you get shortlisted, if you don't have the good work experience around that project, then you will get caught in the interview, and that is the negative factor. That is always a no. Once interviewer find out that you are lying on your resume with some certifications, or with some the notations or quantitative measures you have put on your resume, but those are fake. They will easily caught, and we don't want to be into that situation. That is why the second tip was, don't ever lie on the resume. Just uh, we have now DevOps&SRE challenge series. So there are lot many projects and very good challenges are there. So you can try to solve those challenges, and if you don't have the proper projects built during your colleges or during your actual work, those challenges will help you to build your strong resume. Agree? Okay. Then we also discussed about how to design ATS friendly resume. There are various free online sites are available, Nova Resume, Overleaf, and many more. So you can use those templates and build your ATS friendly resume. Okay, this few other things we are going to cover today, as how to find the recruiter names and how to find the hiring manager names, how to improve our chances to get more interview calls and clear the interviews. Okay. Yes, then we also discuss the roadmap kind of thing for the DevOps and SRE, and what are the things needs to be focused as a DevOps SRE engineer. The cloud, then programming language, observability stack, Linux networking basics, your containers, your Kubernetes, Terraform, Jenkins, Ansible, Istio, Helm, and everything that is required for DevOps SRE engineer. Now, after watching this big list, many of you will get scared that DevOps and SRE is very big and there are so many tools, how to remember and how to prepare in the short time span for the DevOps and SRE engineer. But don't worry about that. I'm exactly sharing what path I follow, personally follow, and what path my learners follow who got the job. So you start need to solving the daily DevOps SRE challenge, and what we do in the that series is that we try to integrate many of these tools and try to uh, embed the essence of DevOps SRE principle any way possible. So you will find the very unique and good challenges around using Jenkins, GitHub Actions, Argo CD for microservice based applications. So I would suggest go for it, start solving the challenges. Now we have also started season 2 challenge series. If you are beginner, you can go for that. Okay. Chalo, let's start today's discussion. That is, these are the things from our previous interview preparation call, but we need to start fresh for this one. Before moving ahead, I just want to check if you have any questions. Anyone? Okay, Deepak is asking, every HR was asking for immediate joiner, how to tackle that question, as I am not serving the notice period. My question, Deepak, to you is that, what is your notice period? 2 months is fine, 1 month is also fine. Then we can start discussion from there. 90 days. Okay. 3 months. I get your point then. So start applying for the companies who will give you the chance to interview and secure your first offer. So the trick here is that find out the friends or the LinkedIn connection who are working in service-based companies where notice period is 90 days, and connect with them, ask them which is the first company they applied for and which is the first offer they got. I'm sure they will share those company names, and that is where you start getting that first offer. Once you have your first offer, you are at least 20% relaxed, then you can start applying for more companies. Okay. If you want, I'll create a dedicated video on that, how to deal with 90 days of notice period and which are those companies which actually allows you for the 90 days notice period. Okay, I'll find out the company names from my connection list. I'll reach out to learners and I'll get that list for you, but that is for some other day. For now, you can follow this trick to reach out to learners or your LinkedIn connections who got their first offer when they were having the 90 days notice period. And this will happen with service based companies. Okay, even if you are getting almost same package, I will say just go for it, secure the first offer, and based on that, at least you will be little relaxed that you have offer in hand. There is nothing much to lose, and 90 days notice period is huge. So in the 3 months of notice period, you will get very good offers in coming months. So you need to continuously keep on preparing and start giving the interviews. Once you have the 30 days notice period left, you will get more interview calls. So to reach that level and to be ready for that phase, you need to keep on practicing and be ready. Okay, someone is asking, Romita, okay, how much difficult for an automation engineer to get into DevOps or SRE offer? If you Okay, let's talk about, there are multiple things here to discuss, but before that, one second, let me find out the companies which actually I shortlisted for today's discussion. Yeah, so to answer your question, Romita, automation engineer is like automation testing you are talking about, or the Python automation, or the Linux automation? And if you are talking about only about the skills required for DevOps SRE, I already mentioned and I will mention, keep on mentioning it again and again. We have created one-stop solution, which is our season 1 and season 2 challenges. If you want real world hands-on experience and want to go into DevOps SRE, then that is a one-stop solution. Yeah, I think many of you are repeating same question. Most of the companies are asking so many DevOps tool, how to excel in each tool at the same time. That is what we are tackling in the season 1 and season 2 challenge. As I explained, what we have done in the season 1 is that we covered the Linux, we covered the networking, we covered the Docker, Kubernetes, and we didn't stop there. We were not teaching the individual tools because we believe in that every tool is important, and some or other way you will need to integrate all those tools together and learn it. So when we solved 50 challenges, we me and my learners were very confident that we have the practical knowledge. When you start doing a practical, your mind starts learning automatically, and the remembrance capacity keep on increasing. So instead of just watching the videos or tutorials, I would suggest that focus on the hands-on, and that is what you will get from the season 1 and season 2 challenges. Everyday hands-on, Docker, Kubernetes, Jenkins, and once you start solving those challenges, there is no way that you will stop learning, because challenges were very amazing and we spent a lot of time considering the factors that people were asking for good quality projects to put on their resume. Someone had years of gap, so they wanted to show the quality work on their resume. How to do that? We formed this one-stop solution. Someone was asking that how to prepare for the interviews in very short time, so that is one solution. Again, now you are asking how to learn so many tools and technology. you can't remember everything. Even if you follow such videos, after a few days you will start forgetting a few things or the few commands from the Docker. Kubernetes itself is very vast, Linux is very vast. Then how you are going to remember all those things? The tip is practical. Always do the practical, and automatically your mind gets trained to remember the things for the very long time. Shivangi, that is the answer for your question. Hmm. Okay, so now let's start. I saved some of openings just for today. I don't know how many of you have already seen the craze of number of openings we are seeing for the DevOps and SRE engineer role, and this is the right time to apply for those roles. This is what we are going to do, decoding the actual job description. And if any of you need any help with reviewing your resume, that also we can do. If you have any question particularly about the job description which I am going to show now, then you can ask. We will discuss how to prepare for that particular role and everything. Okay. Let me start sharing my screen. We'll come here on the Canva, but let me check if I have my LinkedIn logged in here. Okay. So I saved a lot of job posts for this call. Okay, first let's take this one. This is a fresh which I have seen. And how to verify the genuine openings. Okay, so you need to check the authentication or the authenticity of the person who has posted the opening. So you can see we opened this one of the opening. We'll check that, but it is posted by Rajaram, who is working in Microsoft. He is senior engineering manager, and if we check the credentials from his profile, he is working in Microsoft for many years. Not only that, he is very active on LinkedIn. Okay, then you will see he has posted multiple times for technical support engineer role at Microsoft. Let's check if this is something which our learners can apply for. Okay, we'll come here. Let me put the company name and the role which we are discussing. The first company is Microsoft Technical Support Engineer. Technical Support Engineer. Yeah, that's just okay. Am I audible? Just confirm that my voice is okay. Yes, I'll zoom it. Okay. Is this fine? Okay, perfect. So let's go back to the LinkedIn profile who posted this, Rajaram Talekar, and he's senior engineering manager at Microsoft, which means these credentials or the post is valid and our learners can apply for this role. Okay, so if we check the requirement for this role, this might not be exact similar as DevOps engineer, because this is kind of support engineer role, but I thought few people might be interested, so that is why I just wanted to show it here. The requirement is very simple: 5+ years of technical support or uh, engineer experience, then bachelor degree in computer science or anything related field. And what is the expectation? They are expecting you to have the basic understanding of registry, file storage, user accounts, access control, performance, resource monitoring, the networking, and everything. Okay, so that is very basic requirement. And let me remind you again, this is what we have already covered in our season 1 Linux challenges. Okay, let's check if we can find something related to DevOps. Country we will put, okay, we will put the country as India, and let's find out if we have any openings, DevOps opening in Microsoft. Okay. Let's try to open this one. No, this is not relevant. Maybe they will have some other name for the DevOps engineer. Let's check for the site reliability engineer. Okay, we have a site reliability engineer role, which was, this is very old one, but at least we can go through the JD and figure out what is the requirement for this SRE role at Microsoft. Okay, so for this role, the role is site reliability engineer level 2. Obviously this is not a fresher kind of role. They are expecting you to have the 5+ years of experience required. And if we go through the JD, here you will see that they are expecting you to have the scripting knowledge. Okay, and the ability to automate everyday day-to-day activities. And what are these day-to-day activities? That those are the tasks which we covered in our season 1 challenges. Okay, then there are no as such details provided about the tools, but as a site reliability engineer, this is very generic JD they have provided. They will expect you to have the knowledge about the scripting as well as Linux networking. We can check that on internet. Like, I just want to show you how to prepare for the role. Okay, if I search for Microsoft SRE interview, I'll get few links. The very important link I'm interested in is the Glassdoor. Okay, then we will also check the GeeksforGeeks. Okay, yeah, and there is someone who has shared some tips or experience on Reddit. Let's go through this and try to understand what was the questions asked for this particular person. Okay, this person gave the interview on 1st August 2024 for the site reliability engineer role at Microsoft. Not everything is provided, but this should help. So he has or she has mentioned that the interview process started with technical screening round. If you pass this, they will set up a panel of 4 interview loops. It is usually 1 day activity or 1 day interview. Okay, and then recruiter should follow up what, then tell me about a time you made a mistake or how did you go about resolving it, right? So this is very generic SRE question. What are the problem or the issue you have solved in your current role, and what is your contribution or how you solved that problem? Okay, very important question. let's check if we have anything else. There is one more interview experience shared which is from 2023. Might not be same process now, but it's okay to go through the answer. The entire portion was 3 hours long with three different interviewers. The entire interview was very professional and respectful. All the interviewers adjusted each question asked and even elaborated on uncertainties. Fine. We are interested to know whether we can find out the type of question they asked. So here we have some inputs. They will mostly ask lead code easy or medium question. Okay. There are few scenario based questions. What would you do if you saw error message X and you had never seen before? This is scenario based question, and this you will be able to answer if you are solving the real world problems. Okay, so one thing is for sure that for the Microsoft Site Reliability Engineer role, they will expect you to have some level of coding knowledge, which you can get from the by solving some lead code easy challenges. And we have planned to cover easy medium level of questions for the SRE role which get asked in a season 2, that is at the end of at the end of season 2. So make sure you are following everything. Okay, I think we have some question here. So the question given was about very simple DSA question. Given a string, reverse that string where there are alphanumeric characters but leave the non alphanumeric characters in the same position. And the second question was about the binary tree. If you are comfortable with such kind of interview questions, DSA based interview question, then go for it. My motto here is to explain you that how to get to know about the interview process more. So there are few sites like Glassdoor is there. Then you can check out the interview experience shared on the GeeksforGeeks. Okay, I think something similar is shared here on the GeeksforGeeks. So you can expect the online assessment round, which will have some coding questions, and then you will have more interview rounds based on the level of difficulty they are going to ask you the question. Okay, this is another site to follow. I'll write down on the Canva once we are done with all these sites. The another site is Reddit. Reddit, we have found one thread where this person is asking for this suggestion how to prepare for the Microsoft SRE role. And let's say if someone has answered for that. I get the spirit of your question. If OP doesn't know the content Microsoft will end up asking right now. Okay, I've said this so many times on this subject. Do not try to cram for an SRE interview. SRE is different in single organization. I ran SRE. Okay, let's ignore this thing. Microsoft asks lead code on some teams, but prepare for it like you would do as a software engineer interview. So this is what I just wanted to tell you about Microsoft SRE role. In the previous call, we also discussed about the SRE role, software site reliability engineer role at Google as well. So they ask DSA question. There is no escape. Okay. Let me write down the site which you can follow for checking the interview experiences. One site which we found is Glassdoor. The second one is GeeksforGeeks. Third one is your Reddit. And also sometimes on lead code as well. So lead code will also have the interview experiences shared. So make sure before going for any interview round, you check previous interview experiences and prepare accordingly, because each company will have their own interview process and it's never same. So product based companies and FANG type of companies will have the DSA round, or sometimes not DSA, but they will provide you the script and or the DSA code, and you need to walk through that code, explain them what that code does, and tell them what is the final output of that code. So code snippet will be given and you need to provide the final output. So such kind of interview rounds will also be there. Is it clear? Any question on this? If this is clear, I'll actually go for some important post or the the company which is actively hiring. And the next company is hiring for freshers. I don't know how many of you know, but let me show. Okay, saved post. Yeah, okay, this is the recent post. Yeah, so if you see, Uday, he's working as a HR at GeeksforGeeks, and he posted recently that they are hiring for the DevOps engineer role. Isn't this amazing? Many of you are asking, please do the take some companies or show some companies who are hiring for the DevOps engineer role. GeeksforGeeks is hiring for the DevOps engineer role, and you should not miss this chance. Directly apply for this. Okay. So the second company is GeeksforGeeks, the one where we actually read the interview experiences. Second one is GeeksforGeeks. Okay, GeeksforGeeks is hiring freshers, and I'm showing you the name of the person who is hiring for this role itself, so you can connect with them and ask with Uday, or you can also connect with someone at GeeksforGeeks and ask for referral. The requirement is very basic, the one which we discussed. We have been discussing this thing earlier as well. Okay, the salary is good, the work location is going to be Noida, and number of applicants you will see is that 293 people have applied for this role. The package is good, 6 to 8 LPA, and the years of experience required is 0 to 1. Perfect. Let's go through the JD. The JD, this particular role requires you to have the knowledge about GCP, Google Cloud Platform. So what does that mean to you? You need to have some project around GCP in your resume or some certification. If you want to get your profile shortlisted out of these 293 candidates, then it needs to stand out from the crowd with very good unique projects. If you are still wondering where to find the good projects, we have the projects in our season 1. Check out those. Even though the instructions were for the AWS, you can try to solve the same problem or the same project on the Google Cloud Platform as well. There is no restriction at all. But what matters here is that you have the project implemented using Google Cloud Platform. Okay. The second requirement is simple. You need to have the knowledge about developing and maintaining the CI/CD pipelines to automate deployment process, which is nothing but CI/CD. So for CI/CD, you can, let's check if they have mentioned any tools for CI/CD. Yes, they have mentioned they use Jenkins, GitLab CI or Circle CI. So if we check uh, the CI/CD tools. Very common is Jenkins and GitLab CI. So you can focus on these tools and prepare for the interviews, which means you need to have this used somewhere in your project. How to do that? Very simple. The project which you are going to build on the Google Cloud platform, for the same project you need to use Jenkins or a GitLab CI. Okay, it is not that you will use this different project just to implement the GitLab CI or Jenkins. That is not how DevOps works or site reliability engineer works. Okay, and also in GCP they have mentioned the important services they care about, or they are expecting for the candidate to know: compute engine, cloud storage, Kubernetes, and BigQuery. The next thing is proficiency in scripting language. We discussed that scripting language is important. For now, you can focus on Python and Bash or the shell scripting. Okay. Then you need to have the familiarity with infrastructure as a code tools, Terraform and Ansible. This is how the JD should be. The early one which we seen for the Microsoft, that did not have the exact requirements they were asking for, but this one is good. Okay, then you need to have the knowledge about networking, security, and monitoring best practices. Again, we discussed that you need to have your basics clear before jumping into any tool. Okay, 1 second. Let me show what I'm writing here. I'm just listing down the things they are expecting at GeeksforGeeks for the fresher opening for the DevOps engineer. Okay, the last thing they mentioned, they care about networking, and what else? And the security. Okay, that is it. That is what they are expecting. And you will see here that the key responsibilities are to implement the security best practices and ensure compliance with industry standards, implement the CI/CD pipelines, maintain the documentation for infrastructure and the process, troubleshoot and resolve infrastructure related issues. If you are beginner, then, and now many of you will say that we never worked in any company, then how we are going to get this kind of experience? That is why we are creating another series, or we have already created another series of daily DevOps&SRE challenge series, and there you will find everything here mentioned on the JD, and it will cover everything that is required for this particular role. So before even we got to know about this opening, we created the syllabus for our season 1 and season 2, considering that you will be able to apply for any opening for the DevOps and SRE engineer. Okay, that is enough about the season 1 and season 2. Coming back here, you will see that you can connect with Uday, and or you can directly apply from Naukri. But since the number of applicants are more, I want my learners particularly to focus on building a quality, strong resume to stand out from the crowd. Okay, if you need any help to review your resume, let me know and I'll be happy to help you. And the another way which I also follow is that always check who are the people who are interacting with this post. So sometimes other members from the same company will also like or share or repost, so you can reach out to them as well. Okay, for this one there is none, but that's fine. You can reach out to other GeeksforGeeks employees and ask them for the referral. Yeah, so those are the tips for this one. I hope the freshers from my community as well as the experienced people are happy. Okay, Okay, let me see if there are any questions so far before we go for the next job opening. Okay, so Shivangi is asking, can we have a season 1 solutions for all day challenges in your upcoming YouTube videos? If you have missed, um, then let me share those links, but we have started creating solution videos for the season 1 already. I guess for day 1 2 I shared the solution. For day 3 part 1 is shared, part 2 is I'll upload next week once I'm back from the holy celebration. Okay, then Anil is asking what exactly in monitoring and the security best practices. Okay, this is very open and generic question, but what you can cover in the monitoring side is that the cloud based monitoring services like CloudWatch, CloudTrail. Then you can check out the metrics, uh, AWS Prometheus or Azure Prometheus based setup or Azure Grafana setups. Or additionally, you need to have the good knowledge about the open source tools as well. So that we have covered in season 1, how to set up the Prometheus Grafana alert manager for our project, and then how to send the notifications through Slack to your email or to PagerDuty and everything. Everything is covered. That is monitoring side. The security side at the multiple levels. When we are talking about security, it is security of your infrastructure. So they are expecting to have you the security mindset, how you are going to secure your Kubernetes environment, how you are going to secure your Docker images, how you are going to manage the users in Jenkins or your Kubernetes clusters or for your AWS cloud and many more things. So that is the security they are talking about. Basic setup and understanding would be considered as best practices. No. Uh, what I suggest and have also mentioned in previous call, that whenever they ask any question, you need to explain them with the real challenge you solved in the project. For example, if they simply ask how you are going to secure your Kubernetes cluster, start the discussion. It is very open-ended question, but start the discussion that how you are going to secure your Kubernetes API server, how you are going to manage the access to your Kubernetes cluster, how you are going to manage the multiple users, how you are going to manage the access or the security for the multiple different services. So start the discussion. And if you have implemented the RBAC, then the policies, network policies, or IAM configuration with your Kubernetes cluster, EKS or AKS, then it is very easier for you to explain that way. Okay, Arvind is asking if your organization is not using Kubernetes and Docker, how to convince the HR when the requirement needs to experience on the same tools. Um, from all this discussion of today's and previous interview preparation call, we know that there will be openings or the Docker and Kubernetes by default there for the DevOps and SRE engineer, and it is very favorite tool of the interview. Then you need to make sure you are putting some good projects in your resume around the Docker and Kubernetes. Now here is the tip. They are not going to come to your company and ask or cross verify whether you actually worked on the Docker or the Kubernetes. How they will get to know whether you have worked on it or not? That is by from your resume. That is the first appearance or first check, real time check for them. That is when they will select your resume. Okay, you pass the screening round, now you are going for the interview. Then how to tackle that situation even if you don't have the actual Kubernetes and Docker experience. I'm repeating the same answer. Season 1 challenges. Please solve those, and that is cover everything that is required to clear your Docker and Kubernetes interview. Not only that, particularly in season 2, I am focusing on the content and the challenges which will help the fresher to understand the technologies deep down, how it works, and covering the interview preparation question as well. So that is what you need. Okay, Anil, you are asking any interlevel projects to implement the best practices you suggested, like monitoring, security things, are back in Kubernetes. Um I don't remember the exact challenge name, but you can take any project from us season 1 challenges. There was project microservices based project related to Helm services, multiple microservices. Try to deploy that using Helm chart, and when you are going to implement, deploy that on the Kubernetes cluster, either COPS, your Minikube, or EKS, AKS, whatever it is. You will need to think about the security. Then start implementing the RBAC. So people don't understand the RBAC of, or they will only understand the RBAC of the Kubernetes, that is native RBAC. But most of the companies try to integrate their AD with the Kubernetes. So check out that as well, how to provide the AWS user access to Kubernetes cluster. That is very important question. So think from that perspective. You are just doing your production grade or big project, then how you are going to do it. What I'll suggest, the one thing, we have the 24/7 support in our community. It is a free community. Start the discussion, start the implementation, and if you get stuck, we are always there. You can ask the question anytime. If you want us to connect again, then that is also possible. We will do that. Okay, Anand is asking, Anand, sorry, but I didn't got your question. What is it? If I have good knowledge about all tools, what if experience? What does it mean? Is it the incomplete question or what is it? Okay, I'll come back again to the question, but let me see if we have more openings. Do you know what? Most of the people will apply for the very well-known companies and will miss. Okay, Anil, let me stop answering the question and we'll check out the third opening which we have. Okay. Yeah, so I was talking about that most of the people will start applying for very well-known companies like Microsoft, JP Morgan, Red Hat, then Google. They will try their luck as well. Then we shared some of the companies which people heard for the first time. Let me tell you one such company. Okay. Let me stop sharing and start sharing my screen. Is it visible? Let's get back to the openings. Okay. Yes. Oh, right, this one. This is my favorite one. I don't know how many people actually applied for this role. Okay, don't mind, but I'm hearing this name for the first time, or it is only me who apply for the very well-known companies. It could be, but that's fine. So for the community, this is the third opening which we have. Sorry, what is happening with my pencil now? It's weird. Okay. Okay, let's try to draw again the third company. Yeah, it's working now. The third company is, the name is Opsera. And they are hiring for DevOps as well as SRE engineers. Okay. Now you know the name of the person who is hiring for this role. Let's validate the credentials of this person first. This is shared by MD Dilnawaz Ragib. He is employee of this company. He is an infrastructure architect who is working at Opsera for last more than 4 years. And if you see from his the profile, the work is really good here in this company. Okay, one more tip for you, that I should have mentioned all those tips somewhere. Okay, anyways, we can start anytime. Tip: always verify the credentials of the poster. Verify post authenticity. I'm not sharing the Canva, just writing it, then I'll share it again. Authenticity. Okay. The second tip is, sorry, what happened here? Second tip is, check the work the company is doing, because what will happen most of the time, that people get the job, people get the offer, but after some time they will come back again to me saying that let me close this. Okay, saying that the company, the role they got hired was for the DevOps or the site reliability engineer, but the work is not that good, or they are not getting the actual DevOps engineer or the site reliability engineer work. So that is the mistake on our part. We accepted the offer for whatever the reason, but it was our responsibility to be mindful about the opening or the offer we are accepting. So how to verify that? Using the company careers pages or the company details, right? Company website, or you can check the employee profile who is working in that company. Like, I really liked that this person is working at very high scale. He's working at infrastructure scaling, seamlessly execution of more than 100,000 plus CI/CD pipelines for 25 plus enterprise customers. Then he is working on cloud native solutions. This which means they are using Kubernetes, which is very interesting technology. They are using AWS. They are using security and compliance, SOC 2 type. Then very good work, right? Who won't like to work in such company where this kind of work we are going to get? Doesn't matter the package for such kind of role. I would highly suggest and ask you to apply for such kind of roles where you are getting a lot of good learning. And what learning you are going to get, or what is their expectation for the DevOps and SRE engineer. Okay, let's check again. Why Opsera? Because you are going to get to work on the cutting edge DevOps and SRE challenges. They are using multiple clouds: AWS, GCP, Azure, and Kubernetes environment. multiple automations, innovation, and continuous learning. That is the dream work or the role of any DevOps SRE engineer. Who should apply? The one who have the experience with Kubernetes. Again, Kubernetes is common thing. Let me, okay. Let me start writing the expectation for this one. Yeah, okay. So this role expects to have the knowledge about the Kubernetes. So you will see here Kubernetes is always important. Then they are expecting you to have the knowledge about Terraform, the Helm and CI/CD pipelines, because you will notice that we check the profile of MD Dilnawaz, and he is working on very large scale CI/CD pipelines. So knowledge about CI/CD pipelines is very important for them. Okay, then here also they mentioned that they use the multi-cloud, so they will expect you to have any one cloud provider knowledge. Don't worry or get scared by this line. Strong knowledge in cloud infrastructure, AWS, GCP, or Azure. So this is or this is not and. This they are not expecting you to have the knowledge about AWS, GCP, and Azure also. It is one cloud provider you need to focus. Once you feel confident, then go for the other cloud providers. The next thing is expertise in monitoring, incident response, and system reliability. So you need to have the proper knowledge about monitoring and incident response. Okay. The last thing is passion for automation and improving developer productivity. That is a job of any DevOps and SRE engineer. Very, very unique JD and very simple things they are expecting. Okay, good that I found this post, and you will see many people have commented, I'm interested, I'm interested, I'm interested. Let me come back here in our OBS and check. Do you think this actually works when you comment I'm interested? How many of you think? No, right? But still people will do that stupid mistake of I'm interested, I'm interested. I'll tell you the drawback of this thing. People who don't like the spamming or such kind of activities on their profile, who are in their network, will start unfollowing them. So we need to avoid such kind of nonsense on our LinkedIn profile. Make sure they have provided the proper guideline. Just follow that. Very simple. How to do that? He has mentioned if anyone is interested to know someone who would be great fit, DM me. He has not said anywhere here that comment on my post interested. Has he? No. Then still people are commenting I'm interested. Why? I don't understand this. So this is going to be my 30 never comment interested, because that doesn't work. It is going to create the problem for your own profile only. And if you see anyone asking that comment interested on my post, it's a red flag. Never apply for those openings. those people are only sharing those posts just to get more views and likes. Okay, yeah, let me come back here on Canva. This is what I have written. This is too bad. Okay, so we are discussing about third opening, which is Opsera DevOps and SRE role. They are expecting you to have the knowledge about automation. The Kubernetes and CI/CD for them is very important. Kubernetes, CI/CD, and any cloud provider. So I'm assuming that your interview for the Opsera is going to be around this, because that is their core requirement. That is what they people are doing it. So focus on these skills. Okay, what we can do, let's go back to Opsera career sites and check if we can find the similar opening on the careers pages as well. Okay, I'm here on the Opsera career site, and you will see this is their product actually, measuring adoption, usage, developer activity, productivity, and time savings. So they have the proper dashboarding for improving the productivity of developers and to save the time. That is their product. So you can expect the engineer. This is a DevOps platform, and this is a tool stack they are using: CI/CD, DevOps toolchain, the source code migration. That is their work. So they will definitely expect the person they are hiring to have the good knowledge about these things. Okay, let me check the openings here. Hopefully we'll find DevOps sales engineer. Okay, so far they have not updated this opening on their careers pages, but that is fine. We can check the employees. Okay, let's say MD is not able to reply to everyone, but how to find the person who can help us to get the referral? Come here on the LinkedIn page of that company, Opsera. Try to connect with the people. Now you will connect with the people who are active. Like, let me check the site reliability engineer who is working at Opsera. Has he posted anything? No. Mahanta is working as a site reliability engineer, but he has not posted anything. So if we check the activity, even activity, there is none. Like 1 year ago he has posted. So likely that he is not active on LinkedIn. There is no benefit, or to reach out to the inactive people. We can target the active people. Let's check out someone else. See, yeah, so maybe you can reach out to Kishlaya. He is little active, and you can ask him to refer you for this position. So this is the generic flow I am telling you. Okay, you don't need to reach out to this exact person. There is a huge list of people who are working in this company. Find out who is active. It's okay to reach out to program managers or the technical managers and ask for the help. But if someone is not replying in time, since this is the recent opening, and we know that if we apply for this role, we will get the interview calls. So we don't want to waste any time. Okay, so reach out to active people. Again, I guess KL Nasima is working in Opsera. He is very active. He is a director in HR. So few higher level people may not answer for everyone. Reach out to very silent people. Like, they are active but not posting oftenly. Okay. So that is my fourth tip for you. Ask for the referral. From active employees. Okay. Any question on this so far? Oh, Anil, you have asked lot many questions. Okay. One quick Kubernetes beginner question: how does the restart policy affect a pod that should really just spin all the way up? Run the command, you have it running and get deleted. Okay. Then Romita is asking mention company names in chat also. Screen is not visible of LinkedIn. Oh, I see. Okay. So the company names, first one we check the Microsoft. We started with Microsoft. Then we check the second company, which is GeeksforGeeks. And the third company name is Opsera. What could be the expected enhanced salary for Opsera? I don't know, brother, but the company seems very profitable. You can expect 10 plus LPA for the Opsera. And that discussion you can always do with the recruiter, how much you can expect. That this is my assumption, 10 plus, based on the profile. And as many of you know, if you have the good offer, there is always negotiable position available. So get the more offers, start negotiating, and that's a topic for some other day. There is no problem in trying for this opening Opsera. I don't see he has mentioned anywhere about the years of experience for the Opsera, but we check the people here who are working as a site reliability engineer. They seems very young, 2 years, with 2 years of experience or 1 years of experience they have joined. Okay, someone has joined as a DevOps intern as well. So reach out, at least start applying for the roles and then take it ahead. We can discuss about that later. About the question restart policy, that is not related to what we are discussing. So I'll skip that for now. Okay, should we continue this or what? Should we continue this or we should stop for the day? Let me know. Yes, Shivangi, I'm going to share the solutions for all the challenges for our season 1 challenges. Anil, as I said, the discussion is about interview preparation. So if we start discussing about Kubernetes restart policies, we will divert from the original topic for the video. Any questions so far? Is it now clear? You will see that these are the tools they are expecting: the Jenkins, GitLab CI/CD, the scripting knowledge, the Python or Bash, and infrastructure as a code tool, Terraform, then Ansible, and one cloud, AWS or Azure, whichever is your favorite. Okay, if you are interested, then we will continue for the next decoding the next job opening. If not, we will end it here today. डार्कर कलर ओके ये ना कुछ मुझे शायद इसका थिकनेस आई शुड हैव इंक्रीज्ड apologies for that. Okay, if I use the darker width, it is visible. Yeah, कोई नहीं, I am also learning with you the new YouTube era for me. धीरे धीरे we keep on improving. Hi Lannis. Okay, I can note it down again, the tips which we discuss. The first tip is always check क्या हुआ इसका always check the authenticity of the post. And also the author. Okay, just because we are looking for opening or job doesn't mean we will start applying for any random openings. Okay, is this visible? Yeah. Okay, the second tip we discuss is that check the work company do. So check company background and the company work. Okay, why is that? Because we don't want to land a job in company which is not in profitable and will fire us the first option they get. They will fire someone who recently joined. That is the truth. So we want to be part of stable company. We have our family, we have very different responsibilities, loans, EMIs and whatnot. So verifying the company background is important for us before joining that company. Instead of regretting that later, always verify the company details. Okay, the third thing we discussed is that, this is a stupid mistake people do, which we need to avoid. Never comment interested. Never comment interested on the LinkedIn post. Why is that? Because it always backfires. people who are following you, and sometimes they will also find it, what do we say, like irritating that someone from their list or the followers or the connections are continuously spamming their main LinkedIn page. So instead of posting randomly interested for any post, I have already shown you how to reach out to recruiters or the employees and how to find the email IDs of the employees. Follow that approach. Even if you directly apply from their career site or Naukri or different job portals, that will work. But this thing, I'm 100% sure this will never work, and this is irritating. So never do this mistake. The fourth thing you need to do is that instead of directly applying for the roles, if you can get a referral, then go for it. Always try to apply through the referral. But don't delay it for very long time, like for this particular opening of Opsera. We know MD Dilnawaz posted 7 hours ago. This fresh opening. This is very fresh opening, and we don't want to waste this opportunity. So as soon as I'm sharing this kind of news, you need to start doing your research and reach out to the employees and get the reference. If in few days, if you don't get the good referral, don't waste any time, directly apply with the link they have shared. Okay, and this is the time when you should use your the premium or emails which LinkedIn provides. And the other way I told you is to find out their email IDs using the extensions I told in the previous call, that you can use to extract their email IDs and start sending the cold emails. Okay, sending cold emails is topic for some other day. We'll not talk about that, but yes, this is the few tips you can follow to get your profile shortlisted and get more interview calls. Clear? Okay, let me see if I have one more opening for my learners. Yes, I have one from the Inference. You know why I keep saving these articles which I don't read, but openings, yes, yeah, I always keep saving the openings for my learners. Okay, let's talk about the fourth company for today, which is Inference Labs. Just give me a moment. I'm loading the Canva page. Okay, the fourth company is Inference Labs. Inference Labs. Okay, perfect. We can validate the credentials of the author. The author is, okay, it's loading. Let it take some time. The author is Pandya Harini SG. क्या हुआ भाई, क्यों लोड नहीं हो रहा है तो? ओके, एक बार ये कंफर्म कर देना, एम आई ऑडिबल? या, ओके, perfect. So Pandya Harini SG has posted the opening for site reliability engineer at Inference Labs. The job location is Bangalore. Okay, she is working as HR intern. Okay, she is new. Fine. Can we check what this company do? Yes, we should always check the company details. That is what we discuss. The company is very well known, making biomedical knowledge compatible, and they have huge followers on LinkedIn. So this is no scam company. Okay. If we check the jobs, here also you will see that one day ago they posted senior SRE role, and that is what they have. The company overview: company is working in leverages the top academic minds, world class researchers, real time access to do exactly what? Okay, so they access to multimodal patient level data to accelerate drug development innovation. Okay, that is the good domain. Generate evidence and improve clinical trial processes. Insights are flagship software platform. So this is the platform. They have their own platform or the product. Delivers the most comprehensive biological and clinical insights into patient care. Wonderful. They are doing a really good job. Wow, nice. Okay, so let's go back to the JD. Now we know the company is very good, the author is valid and authentic. So we can come back and check the JD. Is it visible for you? The JD? Yeah, okay, thank you for confirming. Let's check the requirement for this role: site reliability engineer, Inference Bangalore. They are already shaping the future of AI driven healthcare. So this is something where world is moving, and if this is the opportunity you are getting, I would suggest that go for it, where you are going to get to work on the SRE and DevOps. Not only that, they are using cutting edge AI for their internal products or their projects. So this is a perfect opportunity. Okay, they are looking for DevOps engineer who have the 2+ years of experience as a SRE or DevOps or software engineering experience. That is fine. So some of you were asking whether you will be able to switch from software engineer to DevOps or SRE. Yes, you can do that easily. The requirements are same, similar. They are not changing. Very generic DevOps requirement, but let's say, so they are expecting you to have the Linux knowledge, the scripting knowledge, and additionally I'll add troubleshooting and networking as well here for this one. Somehow I'm not able to write on the Canva. Okay, let me open the new whiteboard. For now, I'm not sharing, I know. I'm just listing the details on Canva, and then we will go back uh, there. Okay. Inference Labs looking for DevOps and SRE engineers. Just to tell you what I'm doing here is that, so due to this some message, this design has reached the limit of drawing strokes and charts and shapes or sticky notes. I wrote too many things on single whiteboard, so it is complaining. What I did, I created the new design, and this is where we will check it now. Okay, fine, okay. So let's list down all the requirements for this role. Very basic requirements: Linux, then scripting, which is shell scripting or Python again. Then they are expecting you to have the troubleshooting knowledge. This is the skill many of JD won't mention, but the interviewer will always rotate around this one thing: troubleshooting for the Kubernetes, troubleshooting for various scenarios in AWS, various scenarios in shell or Linux, and everything. Networking. Okay, then they are expecting you to have the knowledge about Kubernetes orchestration, Kubernetes, and then one cloud. You will see that it is again either or. So focus on any one cloud: AWS, Azure, or GCP. I'd suggest, as most of the openings are asking for AWS, then go for AWS. But if the company itself is using Azure or GCP, then they will prefer the candidate who have the knowledge about that particular cloud. Okay. The next thing is observability stack, right? Which is your Prometheus, Grafana, and Loki. Then CI/CD. For CI/CD we discussed previously, you can go for Jenkins or GitLab CI. Then what do we have? Yes, we have the infrastructure as a code, which is Terraform, and networking, very important. So basic Linux and networking is not going away anywhere. Make sure you are preparing well for your Linux and networking fundamentals. Okay, you will notice one thing here. These are the requirements, but she has also mentioned her email ID. So now in this case, you don't need to put the comments like interested on her post. Not only she will ignore your request, but you won't get the interview calls. So instead of that, put a proper email and send it on her email ID. Again, one thing most of people miss is that other recruiters' names or the managers' names. So here she has mentioned name of Rahul Kumar Patidar, Nitin C, and Gautamar. So you can connect with them as well. Okay, Rahul Kumar Patidar, he is engineering manager at Inference. He is working from past 5 years. So particularly this opening might be in his team. So you can check with some other Inference employees to get the reference. His senior staff SRE. So you can check their profile if you want to prepare. So what are the things they are currently working on? Linux, Kubernetes, and everything. So prepare accordingly. So if he is the person who is going to take your interview, they will mainly focus on their expertise area and the requirement for that role. Okay, So instead of preparing for something random, focus on the interviewer's skill. Prepare from their end. Okay. Then Gautam is a talent acquisition, so he is also a recruiter. You can reach out to them as well. Perfect. Any question in this? So this is what I have written here. Any questions so far? Anything? Okay, I see some messages here on the YouTube. Aman is asking how to prepare for interview for freshers. As fresher also, how are the troubleshooting related projects? Guide me, sir. Yes, brother. I think for the 100th time I'm repeating the same thing. I truly understand your pain point as a fresher, and for particularly those who are working in service based company and not getting good projects or good work, for them only we started the season 1 challenges. Those are completed, already completed. Do you want me to show that? Let me show you. Why are you not confident about the season 1 challenges? And people are really crazy about this Google groups, the season 1 challenges which we shared. Okay, is my screen visible for you? Okay, it's loading. Yeah, so this is the Google group where we have mentioned all the season 1 challenges. I have put a lot of work in this, starting with shell scripting, then JSON manipulation, the Nginx reverse proxy. Then you will see some good projects around Python, Flask, and MySQL. You will see the AWK, which is very important tool, Linux based tool or the command line. We had some questions around the AWS, AMIs. Then we had question around Jenkins. Then we'll see some questions around RabbitMQ, Prometheus, Grafana, Docker based challenges. Okay, there are multiple projects around Docker Compose. Then we had entire series of challenges for the Kubernetes preparation, EKS, namespaces, secrets, RBAC. This is what I was talking about. Mastering Kubernetes RBAC and AWS AM integration, Kubernetes backup and restore using Velero, Kubernetes upgrade, Kubernetes multi-cluster management. Okay, then Kubernetes pods, secrets, deployment, the daemon sets, jobs, cron jobs, limit, storage, networking, Terraform, provisioning, providers, variables, Terraform blocks, how to import the Terraform resources, what are Terraform modules, what is Terraform state, end-to-end DevSecOps project, the full end-to-end DevSecOps full stack application project, disaster recovery with AWS, how to do the cost saving. Then we had one epic challenge on the DeepSeek model, how to deploy that using AWS EC2 and Terraform, GitHub Actions. Bhai, what else you are expecting? This is everything we discussed in all the JDs which we have discussed in today's call and the previous community call. Shell scripting, Python, Docker, Kubernetes, the cloud, Terraform, Jenkins, Grafana, Prometheus, and more than that, whatever is required is here. And this is the practical challenges which I have been talking since beginning of of this call. Yes, you can take help from GPT or DeepSeek, but I think that won't be needed. Just check out the challenge first. Okay, all the instructions are provided, all the links, all the help, everything is provided, and soon, as I mentioned sometime today only, that we have started creating solution videos for all the challenges. So soon they will be available for you to check out. For the day 1, day 2, I have already provided the solution. For day 3, the solution was very big. So I explained the Nginx service. I also explained the interview questions around the Nginx reverse proxy and the configuration and everything. That took me 1 hour. For the actual practical implementation, I'll upload the part. So that is my plan. But yeah, you can try to get help from the internet, not ChatGPT or DeepSeek, but official documentation. If you ask me, I'll suggest the official documentation and resources. Okay, and start solving it. Are you guys telling me that you were not aware about this season 1 and season 2 daily DevOps&SRE challenge series? Oh, this we completed. Okay, and this is the season 2. I started uploading the videos for the season 2. This especially I'm designing for the fresher. This is what we are going to cover: Git, GitHubs, GitHub Actions, Linux, shell scripting, Python, then Jenkins, Ansible, Terraform, Docker, Kubernetes, AWS, Azure Cloud, Grafana, Prometheus, the observability stack, important DSA questions, and that is it. बस इतना ही कवर करने वाले हैं. Yeah. Any question? Are you happy with this opening, whatever the knowledge I shared? Okay. Any questions? Any last questions? Should we continue doing this kind of series for multiple openings? What we will do for the next community call or for next interview preparation call, you can prepare your resume and we will review it live and we'll draft it according to the JD and apply it live or however you want. Okay, Anil, you're asking how are the companies like InfraCloud and Cloud Raft? We will evaluate the openings for InfraCloud and Cloud Raft in the next interview preparation call. But to keep it short for you, yes, they are good companies. They are startups, but the learning wise both the companies are doing good. So if you are someone who wants to learn, package I think is okay. But if you have any counter offer, they will give you very good offer on top of that. Yeah. Okay, Amme, you are asking what to tell in day-to-day activity in your job, what to say as you don't have the cloud and DevOps setup currently working on VMware, Windows and Linux. Are we going to the same solution? Daily DevOps&SRE challenge series. Start solving the challenges and okay, I'll keep this noted down somewhere that you need the proper formatted answer for day-to-day activities which you can talk at least for 2-3 minutes in your next interview. Okay, this is the one thing I'll come up with for the next call. Yeah. But for now, if you start solving the challenges, it will help you to answer that question. Okay. What might be the package in hand for the infra cloud draft? I'm not sure, buddy. Um, in my okay, with my current understanding or whatever the discussion I had with different employees or my friends, I think it should be around 8 to 10 for the fresher, or maybe less, because InfoCloud don't offer US package is what I have heard. But the work wise, the company is excellent. For exceptional candidates, they will definitely provide you the higher packages. Yeah. Okay, please continue. These sessions are helpful. Yes, of course. I'll share the solution for the season 1 challenges. But I guess you people are new in the community and you don't know this thing. The reason why we did not uploaded this solution for the season 1 challenges right away when we had the 50 amazing challenges, it is just because we wanted to create something unique which is not easily available on the internet, and unique resource, one stop resource. That is what we wanted to achieve, and up to certain level we have done that for our community. I'll tell you the main problem the learners face. Doesn't matter whether you are fresher or you are experienced candidate. What people will do, they will go to the YouTube, they will follow exact thing the YouTuber is teaching. Side by side, they will start doing that activity. Now tell me whether your mind is focusing on understanding the concept or the importance of what that YouTuber is teaching, or just trying to finish that exercise or the project. Just be honest. This is a mistake most of the learners are doing. I'll never stop you from following any YouTuber, but this is a junior mistake, and I have told this to my learners 1,000 times. Focus on what I'm teaching. Try to understand the importance first. If you feel confident, then go for it. First, finish watching the complete video. Understand the concept, understand the pattern or the steps I'm telling. Once that is done, stop the video and then go for the actual practical answer. Don't do it as it is with me. And this is the approach you should follow. Someone also asked how to remember so many tools and technologies. There are so many things to remember. But when you start doing the actual hands-on and not with a YouTuber but alone, after understanding the concept, that is when your mind will remember all those things for the very long time. The second tip is always follow the practical and make it habit, make it consistent. That is when your mind will get trained to remember automatically the Docker commands. What is the syntax of the pod template? What is the difference between deployment and the services or the stateful set? Whatever it is, it's not too many things. When you start implementing, your mind will know that this is very important and I should remember this. Okay, I hope that helps. Okay. For freshers, are you sure with the certification at least 7 LP? No, I'm not sure. As I said, this is based on my interaction with the friends and the learners who have given the interviews with InfoCloud or Cloud Draft, or whatever I have read from the internet. But for the authenticity, check with the recruiter how much package they are giving. I won't be able to answer that. Okay. Okay, thank you. Then Manish, you are asking, is there any channel where I can join group like you shown Google group and get updates about DevOps related stuff? You mean Discord server? Yes. I'll share the link in the description of this video for Google group as well as our Discord server. You can join there, and you can also follow me on LinkedIn. Not follow, I mean follow is something I use the follow word very, something like it's a bad word. But you can read my post on LinkedIn. I keep on sharing new things happening in the DevOps world. You can read those, as well as I keep on sharing the updates through my videos and Discord. So you can definitely join there and stay updated with the DevOps. Okay, Mohammed is asking, can you please share the link to those challenges? Yes, I'll share the link in the description of this video. Please watch that and join. Okay, Tushar, I'm saying your name for the first time in this discussion. I don't know if you were here. Uh, but anyways, I hope you've watched the entire video. Tushar is asking, I'm Java developer. How can I start to learn the DevOps from the basic in depth? For you, my friend, I'm designing the season 2. You want me to show that again? I'll do it. One second, this. Okay. Season 2 by this is for fresher, designed for fresher, because season 1 challenges are at intermediate level and many of you won't be able to solve if you are someone from the different background. So for you, I'm starting it from basic. Please bear with me because I'm the person who believes in the basic strong, making basic strong. You will find the information about DevOps and SRE. Now we have shared the challenges for the Git and GitHub basics, very important commands for the Git and GitHub. That is something is going to be very useful for the upcoming challenges and we can't skip that. So we have covered the Git GitHub basics and you will find the syllabus what we are going to cover next. There will be one important project, small project around Git GitHub and GitHub Actions later. Okay. In JDs as well, you might have seen they're asking for the CI/CD. For some companies, they are started using GitHub Actions completely. They are not using Jenkins. Or it's either or. So having the GitHub Actions knowledge is very important, and that is why we have thought about what is going to be the future and what is the present. Considering all those factors, we have designed the season 2 challenges and the syllabus. Okay. Any last questions? So you will notice that I am trying multiple things now. The solution videos for the season 1 because it is already completed and people are saying challenges to दे दिए but those are really tough. Now we want the solutions. I provided enough time, like we completed season 1 around Feb end or something, and there's few people who are not able to solve it but they want to verify the solution. That is why I'm creating the solution videos for the season 1, and for freshers I'm creating the season 2 challenges. Yes, you will have the very good knowledge from the season 2. So we are going to cover the basics and as well as the advanced concepts, but now you will have the more theory and the explanation how to solve the challenges and understanding that particular tool. So once you have that clear understanding, you can solve the season 1 challenges as well. तो थोड़ा उल्टा हो गया but that's okay. And this is a third series which we are currently hosting, which is nothing but the interview preparation series. बोलो भाई जल्दी से बोलो. What is learning from today's interview preparation call? Let me record and help me with some, help me क्या बोल रहा हूँ, but जो भी है genuine है, जो भी feedback है, please give that feedback in the comments. Still newbie in this YouTube thing. नहीं, okay, that's fine. And okay, if no more question, I guess that is for today. We have covered 4 different JDs. We have covered important question, how to prepare for it. Oh, ये थोड़ा लेट आ रहा है शायद मेरे यहाँ पे. ओके, प्लीज शेयर द फीडबैक. फटाफट कंटिन्यू करना है ना इंटरव्यू प्रिपरेशन सीरीज. ओके, थैंक यू वेरी मच. एनी लास्ट क्वेश्चंस बिफोर वी वाइंड अप? मैं तो सोच रहा था कि अगर किसी ने रिप्लाई नहीं किया ना, सो आई एम गोइंग टू ज्वाइन फ्रॉम माई अनदर यूट्यूब एंड आई विल एंजॉय माई ओन जर्नी, बिकॉज आई हैव slogan or the line which I follow, which is never stop and keep hustling. Whatever, when you are starting something new, you can't expect to get a very good response. But when you stop doing something, that is when you actually accept the defeat, right? And I'm not here to accept or lose any battle. Very hardworking, very consistent person, and that is what our expectation from the learners. We are going to keep hustling, keep building the very strong community. Okay. Okay. Tushar is asking what should prefer for scripting, Python or shell scripting in DevOps. Tushar, just now we discussed, you will start solving the season 2 challenges, and that will have the enough shell scripting. Linux and shell scripting will cover, and once that is done, we are going to move for the Python. I personally believe both the things are important. Sometimes you will use the Linux, sometimes you will need to use the Python. It's not either or. You need to have the good knowledge about both the things. If you're asking either or, that could be between the Python and the Golang. It's not between the Bash scripting and the Python. Okay. Yes, I'll share the links once the stream is closed. All the links, everything. Okay then, happy Holi everyone. Please enjoy with your family. Come back again. We are going to continue this interview preparation series solution series for the season 1, season 2 challenges, everything on our YouTube. And if you need anything in particular, let me know. I'll make it available, because I keep on mentioning that in my season 2 challenges. I'm giving you the challenge for the GitHub, or Linux or Python, anything. You just need to tell me that you need a dedicated one shot video, like everything about Python, everything about Linux. Watch that video, and it's not a lengthy video of 5-10 hours. I'll make sure that I'm providing the enough content which is important for DevOps&SRE engineer to do your activities and for your interview preparation. That is the plan, but I need that requirement to come from my community and learners before putting the efforts into that activity. I need to understand the count or the requirement first. Okay, yes. ठीक है then. I'll share the link for Discord and Google group, as well as the job openings which we discussed today. Anything else which you need? If not, I need to have my dinner and get ready for Holi. I mentioned on my LinkedIn post that I'm from Konkan, and for Holi it's a big festival. So I took day off, I took holiday for tomorrow and day after. So I won't be available for tomorrow and day after to reply your queries, or there won't be any live series or any more solution or challenge videos. Yeah, Shimga, yeah. So I'm super excited to enjoy the Shimga or Holi with my family and come back again stronger with lot more positivity. Do you know the importance of Holi? That is the festival which gets celebrated with in different states for different reasons, but the core essence of the Holi is that burn the negativity from your inside and come back stronger. Have the positivity, have the confidence, have the strength again. Get back if you are feeling low, gather the entire strength, come back stronger, right? And that is the importance of Holi, that we celebrate it a lot. Manish, I think you joined in between, so I would suggest you to watch the video again, please. And we discussed 4 openings, few openings for the freshers, few for the intermediate, and few for the advanced. You will find everything here. Okay, that's it for today, guys. Happy Holi, please enjoy. Bye bye, that's it. Good night. Thank you. Stop being